In a small town nestled between the hills and vast fields, there lived an old woman whose wisdom was known throughout the region. She was a respected figure, especially for her teachings on love and intimacy. People came to her for advice and guidance in matters of the heart. On a calm afternoon, as the sun was setting, painting the sky with warm tones, a young woman approached the old woman with a question that was weighing on her mind. "Dear old woman," the young woman began shyly, "what is the meaning when a woman kisses a man after a moment of intimacy?" The old woman, with a sympathetic smile, invited the young woman to sit and listen to her wise lessons on intimacy and love. "Look, girl, I'm going to reveal to you all the lessons and truths that I have learned throughout my life, and at the end I will give you some advice. From what I've learned throughout my life, many couples feel that others have a more satisfying sex life than their own. Engaging in sex in the morning releases oxytocin, a chemical that promotes a feeling of connection and love throughout the day. Research has shown that breast foreplay can increase sexual arousal in men. Also, I've heard that women are more likely to experience multiple orgasms if they wear socks during sex. If a woman decides not to perform oral sex with a man, he may choose to stimulate her breasts. Practicing anal sex occasionally can help relieve back pain in women and possibly improve their quality of life. Studies have shown that regular sexual activity can strengthen the immune system. About 1% of women can experience orgasms through stimulation of their breasts alone. Even brief sexual encounters can have similar health benefits as a longer exercise session. Additionally, men who are sexually active 3 times a week can reduce their risk of heart disease by up to 50%. When a woman performs oral sex on a man, her body releases a hormone that can help burn fat. It is interesting to note that approximately 80% of men pay attention to breasts when they meet someone for the first time. Additionally, some claim that couples who watch adult content together tend to have higher levels of commitment. On average, a person spends about 6,000 hours engaging in intimate activity between the ages of 20 and 70. It is important to note that forced intimate relationships can have serious consequences, such as penile injury, especially in the missionary position, which poses the greatest risk. The recommended method for having intimate relations involves lifting your partner slightly and allowing the penis to enter your genital area. If during intimacy a sound is perceived from the woman's intimate area, it may indicate her satisfaction. When a man caresses a woman's breasts, he admires her and values her body. He can be as stimulating as a woman by expressing her desire for intimacy with multiple partners and enjoying the passion. During intimacy, a woman experiences several physical changes in her body. Love play, such as gently biting a woman's nipple, can increase her arousal. According to psychology, women who enjoy oral sex may be more inclined to be disloyal in their relationships. It is common for women to be older than their male partners, and some men prefer the intimate company of younger women. When a woman discovers that she enjoys intimacy with another woman, she may experience a sense of loss similar to that of grief, which can be very difficult to cope with. Intimacy is not only a form of fun, but it can also contribute to mental and physical health. Male arousal is not necessarily related to a partner's weight, and statements suggesting otherwise may be inaccurate. According to psychology, a woman who chooses to dress in a way that highlights her attributes may be perceived in the wrong way, and it is important not to make assumptions about her sexual intentions. A woman's natural movement when walking is not necessarily related to her intimate activity. It is a myth that a woman's literary or film tastes determine her preference for a specific type of intimacy. Some men may find pleasure in stimulating their partner's breasts, but this is not unique to all couples. Satisfaction in intimacy cannot be generalized. It varies depending on each person's individual preferences and experiences. During intimacy, a woman's vagina can expand, but to suggest that the size of the expansion is directly related to pleasure is an inaccurate generalization. There is no scientific evidence to support this claim. Regarding height, there is no direct correlation between height and the frequency of intimate relationships. Intimate relationships do not determine a person's physical appearance or have a significant effect on their youthful appearance. During intimacy, moaning or screaming may occur if penetration is uncomfortable or if a sensitive area is stimulated incorrectly. The relationship between the size of a woman's breasts and the size of her vagina is a myth and has no scientific basis. Maintaining regular intimate activity can help strengthen the immune system, but the exact frequency may vary depending on individual needs and preferences. In general, about 70% of women do not experience pleasure in their first intimate experience. Some women may resort to inserting a finger into their own vagina to relieve arousal and heat. Maintaining intimate relationships with deep affection for one's partner can bring great enjoyment and potentially have a positive impact on sperm quality. Some people believe that men are attracted to larger buttocks due to cultural or personal associations, but there is no scientific evidence to support that this is related to fertility. Additionally, although some men may be more inclined to help women with certain physical characteristics, such as larger breasts, this may vary depending on individual circumstances and should not be generalized. Lastly, although the aforementioned study suggests that for some men, sleeping and eating are equally important as intimacy, only a small percentage of men, about 7%, keep their eyes open while kissing, while about 5% of women do. When a man looks lovingly at a woman and tenderly establishes eye contact by caressing her body, it can generate immediate satisfaction in the woman. Most people have their first intimate experience around age 19. Some women can experience orgasms solely through stimulation of areas such as the knuckles and breasts. It has been observed that couples who maintain an active intimate life tend to have fewer conflicts. Some people believe that consuming a mixture of ground almonds and milk in the morning can help prolong intimacy, as it is believed to delay the release of semen, but there is no solid scientific evidence to support this claim. According to survey results, approximately 2% of women have breasts of larger than average size. If you want to have an intimate encounter with a woman, it is important to start with gentle caresses, paying delicate attention to different parts of her body, such as her center, vagina, and breasts. When a man gently caresses a woman's lips, cheeks, and neck, he can awaken sexual desire in them, which can result in immediate satisfaction during intimacy. It is important to remember that breast size does not increase significantly during intimate activity. Any perceived increase may be temporary due to arousal. Women's ears are sensitive and playful kisses or gentle touches can cause arousal in them. Showing affection towards your partner's ears can also generate arousal in them. Additionally, many women can become aroused by stimulation of their breasts. When a woman is ready for intimacy, she may experience an increase in body temperature and a swelling sensation in the breasts. It's important to remember that having someone on your mind doesn't necessarily mean that person is thinking about you too. The arousal process usually lasts between 15 and 20 minutes for women, while achieving intimate satisfaction usually takes 20 to 25 minutes. Contact of the penis with a woman's vagina can increase arousal during intimacy. For both women and men, the first intimate experience can be a special and meaningful moment. It is suggested that women who show a preference for oral sex may be more likely to be unfaithful, although this may vary from person to person and should not be generalized. It is common that in some relationships, women are older than men, and a preference is observed on the part of some men to have relationships with younger women. Sex is an intimate act that many people choose to share only with someone they love or are committed to. It is common for about 65% of women worldwide and 90% of men to masturbate occasionally. In some relationships, a wife may feel more comfortable engaging in vaginal intimacy only when she is highly aroused, as natural lubrication makes penetration easier. Having sex once or twice a week can reduce the risk of heart disease by 30%, according to some studies. According to psychology, sex can act as a remedy to sleep better. When a woman performs oral sex, she may indicate greater satisfaction than vaginal intercourse. Women often prefer men with deep, husky voices because they seem more confident and less aggressive. Additionally, They perceive men who smile less frequently as more attractive than those who smile more. Women tend to have a stronger sense of smell, especially during ovulation. It has also been scientifically proven that women find a man who wears his glasses more attractive. There is a misconception that women want sex more than men. Generally, a minimum of 15 minutes of adequate stimulation is required for a woman to climax. Clitoral stimulation is essential for many women to reach peak pleasure. Some women claim that their ability to climax is slower when masturbating unaccompanied compared to men. This stimulation can often cause the release of bladder fluid-like fluids, known as female ejaculation. Some people use rear-end stimulation during intimate intercourse in the doggy position as a method to induce female ejaculation. Men under 40 usually achieve an erection in an average of 10 seconds. Women often prefer more mature-looking men over younger ones because they perceive them as more responsible and capable of providing care to both themselves and their potential children. Touch preferences vary among women. Some prefer gentle touches, while others may prefer a higher level of intimacy. The G-spot and the cervical opening have been identified as two areas of erotic sensitivity in women. For many women, climax is achieved primarily through clitoral stimulation during masturbation, rather than penetration. After a satisfying intimate experience, the emotional state plays a fundamental role in overall satisfaction. Importantly, approximately 30% of people under 40 check their social networks before seeking intimate pleasure. To keep the passion alive, be sure to dedicate time to gentle caresses at least 3 times a week, a desired frequency expressed by about 75% of women. About 55% of women surveyed expressed dissatisfaction with the frequency of their intimate encounters and wish to have more frequent sexual experiences. The average length of the vagina ranges between 3 and 4 centimeters, but it has the remarkable ability to expand up to twice its size when sexual arousal is experienced. A specific study has shown that engaging in satisfying sexual experiences activates the region of the brain associated with passion. In England, 90% of adults acknowledge that they participate in some form of social interaction in the workplace. After menopause, the clitoris can experience an increase in size of up to 2 to 5 times compared to its dimensions during a woman's adolescence. The clitoris is known to have a high density of sensitive nerve endings, approximately double those found in the penis, totaling around 9,000. A series of 5 to 15 contractions, usually lasting between 10 and 30 seconds, are typically the result of a clitoral orgasm. Research suggests that women who masturbate may experience a lower chance of certain problems. Approximately 85% of couples in the United States do not discuss their sexual preferences, which can lead to a state of sexual boredom in their relationship. Women who sleep naked often show more confidence in their relationship compared to those who cover themselves. While it is common for approximately 97% of women worldwide to consider intimacy performance as an important factor when selecting their partners, there are other significant considerations in partner selection. According to some psychology research, after the age of 40, men can achieve an erection in just 10 seconds. During her first intimate experience, it is common for an inexperienced woman to vocalize more, as she may feel a mix of emotions such as excitement and anxiety. The vagina is one of the most sensitive areas of a woman's body, and the slightest touch can cause an intense feeling of arousal throughout her being. It usually takes 8 to 15 minutes to achieve sexual satisfaction. The intimacy shared between a preferred partner can bring incomparable joy, deep happiness. According to psychology, men can get so involved in the sexual act that they can sometimes exert vigorous penetration, which can cause moans in some women. Over the years, I've learned that sex without emotional connection can leave you empty. Look for a deep connection with your partner that goes beyond the physical. Although it may seem that romance and passion diminish with age, love can flourish at any stage of life. It's never too late to fall in love. It is worth noting that a large portion of women prefer to engage in sexual activities in low light. Married women tend to show a greater desire for intimacy. Whenever a woman desires a sexual encounter, she often communicates her intentions in a playful manner. It is advised that men wait until the woman is completely aroused before having intimate relations, as this ensures mutual satisfaction. However, it is important to keep in mind that consent and mutual desire are essential in any intimate encounter. There is no evidence to support the idea that tying a scar with cloth below the navel increases a woman's beauty. It is essential to promote relationships based on respect and equality. Kissing a partner against a wall can be a romantic experience for some couples, but it is always crucial to respect the boundaries and wishes of both parties involved. Both men and women can experience an increase in heart rate, which can reach up to 140 beats per minute. A woman's emotional state may become more sensitive or variable after sex, especially if it occurs during the day. There is no evidence to support the idea that women who show their breasts are perceived as more attractive. It is important to promote body acceptance and mutual respect in intimate relationships. The age range between 19 and 23 is when many people begin to have intimate physical experiences and maintain eye contact during intimacy. There is no evidence to suggest a direct relationship between maintaining eye contact and delayed ejaculation. It is not accurate to say that all women like to perform oral sex on men with clean and erect penises. Consuming 2 or 3 bananas before sexual activity can provide an energy boost, but the effects may vary from person to person. Talk openly and honestly with your partner about your sexual wants, needs, and concerns. Clear communication can improve intimacy and strengthen the relationship. Take care of your physical, emotional, and mental health. Maintain a balanced diet, exercise regularly, and don't neglect your emotional well-being. Good health contributes to a more satisfying sex life. Discover what you like and what makes you feel good in terms of sexuality. Explore new experiences with your partner and don't be afraid to experiment. Respect your partner's limits and decisions at all times. Trust and mutual respect are the basis of a solid and satisfying relationship. Learn about your own body, anatomy, and sexuality. Sexual education empowers you to make informed and responsible decisions about your sex life. Even though you may feel like you're getting older, sex can still be a wonderful part of your life. Adjust your expectations and find new ways to enjoy intimacy with your partner. Don't compare yourself to society's standards or what you see in the media. Sexual and emotional satisfaction is unique to each person and cannot be measured in terms of quantity. As we get older, we continue to learn and grow. Keep an open mind and be willing to explore new experiences, both in life and in the bedroom. Don't put pressure on yourself to reach an orgasm with every encounter, as sex can be rewarding in many other ways. Get creative in the bedroom to keep the spark alive in your relationship. Shame around sexuality can be overcome with education and acceptance. Exploring new sexual experiences can strengthen the bond between two people. Sexual health is not limited to the physical aspect, but also encompasses mental and emotional health. Open communication about sexual health is crucial to preventing disease and maintaining a healthy sex life. Empathy and understanding of your partner's needs and desires are essential for satisfying intimacy. Dear hearts, as I look back on my life, I see the paths I have walked, the rivers of love and passion I have navigated. And now, as I share these words with you, I hope you find a little light on your own journey. Intimacy is a dance of souls, a deep sharing that goes beyond the tangible. I learned that the key lies in communication, in opening our hearts and expressing our most intimate desires. Don't be afraid to share your dreams, your fears, your joys. In true connection, you will find the strength to grow. Remember that self-love is the foundation of every intimate relationship. Accept your body, your being in its entirety, and learn to love yourself with all your light and all your shadow. And by embracing diversity in others, you will cultivate a garden of love and mutual acceptance. And don't forget to take care of yourself and your loved ones in all aspects. Self-care is the engine that drives self-love and nourishes the most beautiful relationships. Find time for yourself, to explore your passions, your interests, and your deepest dreams. Remember these words: may love guide your actions, may communication be your compass, and may self-care be your anchor. May you find in every kiss, in every hug, an opportunity to grow, to learn, to love more. I hope you find wisdom in your own experiences, find light in dark times, and find love in every beat of your heart. I invite you to share in the comments the phrase that you liked the most or that inspired you. If you want more inspiring content full of wisdom like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate notifications so you don't miss any videos. See you in the next video. May wisdom and love guide every step of your path.